Hey, what's up everybody? Andrew Wall here. Unless you've been living under a rock for the last month and a half or so, you've heard all about this guy, unfortunately, Logan Paul, and his 16.7 million subscribers on YouTube, and he screwed up royally. I mean, he screwed up royally. And his screw-ups, and his boneheadedness, and his idiocy is actually resulting in YouTube improving moving forward. But man, oh man, has it been painful in the meantime. I'm gonna run you through exactly what happened, exactly where we are today on YouTube, and how this man has affected YouTube policy in the most significant way I've seen in recent YouTube history. Let's get into it. So first things first, as you guys know, unless you've been, not on the internet, Logan Paul made a video where he featured a dead body in his video of a suicide victim, put it in the thumbnail, made a mockery of it. It was just awful. Everybody unanimously agreed that Logan Paul is a total idiot. Great. So what did YouTube do in response to this? Well, YouTube dropped Logan Paul from the Google Preferred program and put his originals on hold. However, the community didn't feel that that was sufficient and that he had necessarily learned his lesson. That was more of a slap on the wrist than anything else. This will be a quick recap. We're gonna get to the changes today. So Logan Paul then made a "so sorry" video where he's looking into the camera with his doe eyes. "I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I've just learned my lesson, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. Man, I won't do it again." Great. Thanks, Logan Paul. I appreciate that apology. It would be great if you learned your lesson because everybody else on YouTube was impacted by your decision. It made the YouTube platform as a whole look like a bunch of kids that are not advertising friendly. And as you guys know, the ecosystem on YouTube is advertisers, creators, and YouTube. And when you do something wildly offensive like post a dead body in your thumbnail and show suicide victims and make a mockery of it, advertisers aren't happy, YouTube reacts, and then the creators ultimately suffer. So in the short term, creators have taken a hit, the reputation of the platform has taken a hit, and advertisers and the world has taken notice. So YouTube gave him a slap on the wrist. The community, including myself, felt like that was not a harsh enough punishment for what had happened. But you know what? If everybody kind of felt like, maybe this guy could turn it around, at least we hope he can turn it around, because YouTube community needs him to turn it around because he's such a massive presence on the platform as one of the biggest YouTubers. So we made this fantastic video, "Suicide Be Here Tomorrow." He interviewed a guy in this video that had attempted to commit suicide, jumped off a bridge. He made it back from his suicide attempt. It was a great video. It really was. It brought awareness to the right things. It had the right tone. You know what? I was really hopeful that Logan Paul was going to turn it around and that he was going to clean it up even just a little bit and not be a total jerkwad after this. But unfortunately, that was not the case. And so he ended up making a video immediately thereafter about how he almost died by falling out of the sky, and okay, whatever. He almost had an accident. I figured this was a fabricated storyline. Some people thought it was, maybe it was real, regardless. He was back, he was doing extreme things. He didn't feel bad about posting a video about how he should have died immediately after his suicide video controversy, his decision, whatever. Okay, we can let it slide. Maybe he'll push the envelope. Maybe just pushing the envelope is all he'll do. He is kind of a shock and awe YouTuber. Well, unfortunately, in response to his recent pattern of behavior, they suspended the ads on his channel. And what behavior are we talking about here, friends? We're talking about this. I tweeted about it on my Twitter account. He posted on Twitter that he would eat a Tide Pod for every single retweet that he got. He deleted this tweet afterwards because he realized that he got in trouble for it. But he had no remorse about joking about killing himself on Twitter immediately after his controversy about showing a suicide victim in his video. What a terrible decision. I mean, this was just, I feel like it proved to everybody that this whole "suicide be here tomorrow" message and this whole message about how he's so sorry was just completely disingenuous. Look at his face. Look at the face of this very sorry man right here, and then look what happened here. Joking about killing himself with Tide Pods to his millions of kids that watch him. His average viewer is a 12-year-old boy. Okay, so that wasn't very funny. So, you know what? YouTube took notice of this, and despite all of this bad stuff that happened on YouTube, despite all of this terrible decision-making by Logan Paul, and immature decision-making by Logan Paul, YouTube finally stepped up and they implemented some actual policies to improve the platform to help prevent something like this from ever happening again, so that there can be a significant deterrent in place to prevent it. And I have to say, thank you, YouTube. Good job, YouTube. YouTube has been through some rough times recently with demonetization, all of these controversies. It seems like there's always some sort of bad story coming up in the news about YouTube, and they stepped up and they made some good moves here. Here's the policy changes that have happened on YouTube that you need to know about that were a result of Logan Paul being a total bonehead. Here they are. This is going to help prevent harm from to the broader YouTube community. YouTube specifically recognizes that 99.9% of people on YouTube are not like Logan Paul. They're good people. They're good people like the people out there watching this video right now. YouTubers that are just trying to be creative and make content and build a healthy community. So what they've done, and I'll go ahead and zoom in here so you can see these policies, all of you need to be aware that these powers now exist for YouTube to use when they see fit and when they see appropriate. This is a huge deal. They have basically outlined additional steps beyond their current strike systems, the community strikes being the primary one, to do one of three things or all three things to your channel if you act up like Logan Paul did. First of all, they can pull you from premium monetization programs, promotion, and content development partnerships, just like they did here with Logan Paul in step 1. They will also, if you go even further, or if they determine that it is appropriate, they will pull monetization and creator support privileges from an individual YouTuber if they act up. Exactly what the parameters are for that is not crystal clear, but at least this is in place, and that was the step that we were talking about right over here. In the recent pattern, we've temporarily suspended ads. They went ahead and showed that being in their arsenal, and then they basically, and here's the huge news, they're showing that there is a third level of punishment that has yet to be implemented. And I kind of see this as a veiled, you better not kind of threat to Logan Paul and anyone else who is thinking about making content like Logan Paul about video recommendations. They can pull you from premium content, content development, they can pull ads from your channel, and if they have to, they will pull you out of video recommendations on YouTube altogether. That is basically a channel killer. They aren't deleting your channel, but it's basically a channel killer, because 70% of the traffic that comes on YouTube comes from YouTube's phenomenal algorithms that suggest content. Wow, that's a huge, decisive step by YouTube, and once again, amazing job, YouTube. Round of applause. If I had an audience here, we'd all be roaring in applause and cheering. This is a decisive move that I love. It's strong by YouTube saying, we are not going to stand for this kind of garbage from YouTubers. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how immature you are. It doesn't matter if you're saying that you learned your lesson. If you cross way over the line, there are big punishments waiting for you on YouTube. And I'm hoping that this new policy will act as a sufficient deterrent to prevent things like Logan Paul's shenanigans from ever happening again. I'm hoping that in my heart. This is a massive improvement for YouTube, and it's unfortunate that we had to go from him doing this suicide victim video and offending so many people and the family, etc., to get here with this policy change, but you know what? We got there. So, Logan Paul, you screwed up real big, and a big consequence happened as a result, and I think that this will make YouTube stronger in the long run, because YouTube is here to stay. So many people are saying YouTube is dead. YouTube is there's so much controversy. I'm jumping over to Twitch. I'm jumping over to Mixer. Facebook's the next big thing. YouTube is king. It's still king, and it's going to be around in a big way for a very long time. 1.5 billion people watch YouTube each and every month. This platform is going to be a mega player in the long run. And these kinds of decisive decisions to let people know that you need to be responsible as that one creator piece in the overall YouTube ecosystem is absolutely necessary for this platform to mature in the long run. That's all I have to say about that. This is the update video. I've made it very clear that I think Logan Paul is a total idiot, and I do not support anything that he does moving forward. I don't care how much he says he's sorry at this point. I can't trust what he says anymore. And if he steps over the line, I hope that YouTube will use that pulling video recommendations away from him, because he's basically the reason why this rule exists. Let's hope we don't get there, because that would mean that he would do something on the atrocity level, on the extremely offensive level, and I really just don't want to see another negative story about YouTube, to be perfectly honest. This is such a positive platform, such a positive community, doing so many good things. Let's let this lesson have happened at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, and let's all be stronger and better moving forward. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and enable notifications if you want content about how to grow as a creator, YouTuber, and streamer. All the videos are not going to be like this. I just had to voice my opinion on this and let you know about what's happened in this major policy change. See you guys in the next one. Keep creating videos, amigos. Keep crushing. Adios.